Buongiorno, hello, good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure of mine to introduce and moderate a talk with the multi-talented actress and singer, Stephy Tang. Udine Film Festival has played many movies starting Steffi in the past, including, of course, Chapmanto, The Empty Hands. That was actually the occasion for us to meet Stephy Tang in Hong Kong, because we wanted to visit the shooting at that time. It was 2017. And also we screened a wonderful film, My Prince Edward, Norris Wong, directed by Norris Wong in 2020. This is the first time for you to come, and we're very happy for that. And we are screening not one, but two movies with you this time. The first one was the one we saw yesterday night, 12 Days. And then the next one is a brand new film called Table for Six. Together with me today, and I'm very happy, we have Roger GARCIA. I think Roger doesn't need many introduction because
I'm the invisible man.
You're invisible, no, not really. Roger is a strategic advisor in Udine Film Festival, and we are very honored for that. And also he has been the founder of Hong Kong International Film Festival. He has been the executive director of Hong Kong International Film Festival and also of Asian Film Awards. So together with Roger, we can start this talk. First of all, Steffi, oh yes, please, your microphone. I'm just going to do the first question. I'm very curious to know, how do you choose the movies you would love to act in?
How to choose the movie?
Yes, exactly.
Actually, the movie chose me. Actually, I think actor is really, they are growing up with the play role. So most of the time, I don't know how to. Maybe I say Cantonese is better. It's a lot of explanation. 我覺得演員比較被動少少，即係 is it okay？ 演員比較被動少少，即係電影係角色同埋演員係同步成長嘅。
As an actress, we are a little bit on a passive side. We cannot make our own choices what to make. So sometimes it's the film and the role chose the actors, and not the other way around. 而且電影我哋香港嘅電影可能嗰個都會比較去睇個演員本身嘅一個 attitude 啦。咁譬如以前嘅我，可能大家嘅形象會覺得 my images look like a young girl, or I was in a girl band. So many directors will think I'm just like
catch you that way. Yeah, catch that way to find me to act some romance, love story. Yeah, so when I grow up, like The Empty Hands, Chapman told think, oh, I have some change. I've been a grown up, so there's a different kind of character to play role. So he will find me to act The Empty Hands. So I think it's about 成長，就是
yeah, it's like I'm also yeah, it's part of me. Like a young person coming of age, you know. But when as an actor, as I develop and getting more mature, my roles differs. I have more choices.
because the director will look at me differently. Yeah.
Great. Roger? No, it's fine.
Okay. That's very interesting because I've watched some of your films. I know you've made over 50 movies, actually, which is incredible.
Really, 50? I don't know.
I counted it on Wikipedia.
Oh, thank you.
But I mean, for someone, actress to have something like 50 films at least, as far as I know, it's a very impressive achievement. I know some of them are cameos and things like that, but still. But what I noticed, and I'm trying not to give too much away because I know Table for Six is showing this afternoon, so I have to be careful what I say. I don't want to give it away. But what I noticed, particularly with 12 Days, is that your role seemed to define, in a way, a kind of contemporary Hong Kong Korea woman. And this, I think, is part of the maturing of your achievements as an actress. I wonder if you are conscious of this kind of representational role.
明明佢個
Sorry.
係咪一樣係成長咗？因為個角色係一個現代嘅。
我覺得我係一個即係香港而家好多都係一個現代嘅女性啦，即係好多都係事業好注重啦。咁
So contemporary Hong Kong women are more career-minded, you know. Yeah, they have a career instead of just.
其實戲裏面個角色同我即係自己係好唔相同嘅。咁佢係其實佢前段都係一個比較想有自己嘅事業啦，但係因為結婚，所以佢會比較即係傳統少少去 rely on 咗個男仔。
So the first part of the 12 days, she was, at first she was career driven. She wanted to have a career in the flight attendant. But as you see the film development, later on she become a little bit more traditional because she got stay home, help out in the house, supporting the husband so that he can achieve what he want to achieve in his career.
但係我自己本身就係一個比較即係都幾獨立啦，叫做咁比較覺得女性係都應該要自己要比較強大一啲去 support 翻自己嘅一個想法。咁所以喺呢個角色嘅揣摩嘅時候，其實都係一個同理心啦。即係因為我自己係未係一個marry 嘅狀態啦，所以我會覺得如果我去到呢個狀態嘅時候，係咪都會一樣好似佢咁？定係我會堅持自己嘅理念咧？咁呢一個可能係一個未知數。
So personally, I'm more independent. You know, as a personal person, I'm more independent. I enjoy my work and everything. So playing a married woman in this movie is actually a new role for me. So I sort of like in the role, I struggle a little bit, try to fit into that particular role and to support the husband. At the same time, I have to give up my independence for giving up my own job and pursuance of my own career. So this is something new, and it's a good role for me to figure things out at the same time on screen, because I'm not a married woman yet. So
yes, I read that. I think you have a real talent for playing characters who have sort of hidden and sometimes uncertain emotions. Do you want to translate that?
佢就話咧，所以你係好叻轉譯呢種咁嘅角色嘅人，即係有少少唔係好知道將來點樣，自己係點諗嘅，點做嘅，有少少呢個咁嘅感覺。
And I just want to say something more. Sorry, excuse me. And one of the things about 12 Days is we wonder why your character, Jeannie, the flight attendant, tolerates Simon, the husband, who's very selfish and quite self-absorbed and actually doesn't treat you very well eventually. So, do you have this initial passion which interestingly takes place during a typhoon, which suggests that the whole thing is going to be very stormy. And, if I could just ask the question, and you as an actress, you go through a kind of process, why do you think she does stay together with him? And for those of you who've seen the film, do you think that they will actually stay together at the end when they get together again?
But speaking of which, we can ask how many people have seen the movie.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
everybody's in
A
it.
lot of fans. Good.
你明佢個 question 係嘛？你哋最初第一晚係暴風雨嘅咁嘅熱情。
其實呢個戲最特別就係因為我哋有12個嘅 stage 啦。其實每一個 stage 都係一個 change 一個改變，就係其實好多嘅
係幫你翻譯先。
Sorry.
So this is a very interesting film. The 12 days actually represent 12 chapters of this marriage, their relationship time. Yeah. So it's not just one day, and each chapter has a pivotal moment that being told through that chapter. Yeah.
所以其實我覺得每一段即係好多人嘅一個戀情都係一樣咁樣，由開始嘅時候好 passionate， 好熱情，跟住慢慢開始習慣，跟住變咗另一個 stage 嘅時候就慢慢變咗越嚟越淡。即係我覺得呢個係好真實嘅一個 relationship 嘅一個改變。
So every relationship, you always have this passionate time. You go through that time, and you go through a little plateau, flat time, and then gradually you keep changing, evolving as times go between the two persons in this relationship.
所以其實我自己都唔係好明白點解 Jeannie 會 stay 呢個男仔。
As Jean, if I were Jeannie, I wouldn't understand why I was staying with Simon.
我聽過好多人嘅 comments 都係話，我應該第3日或者第4日就走咗。
Yeah, in fact, a lot of people comment that she wouldn't have stayed to the 12 days. Already on the 3rd day, she would have already left him.
Yes. 應該大家都係有咁嘅諗法，係咪？
I agree.
Yeah, so 所以我係要 convince 自己去做呢個角色。其實我同導演都有傾咗 back and forth， 傾咗好多，即係究竟呢一種女仔嗰個想法，佢哋對愛情、對婚姻嗰個想法係點樣？即係我要好清楚了解而去投入呢一個角色。
So between me and the director, we actually discussed many times, how am I supposed to place Jeannie? Who is this Jeannie represent? What kind of a woman? What kind of her mental state and emotional state at that point? So she needs a lot of convincing herself to become Jeannie.
What I found interesting is that this film, 12 Days, and also My Prince Edward, Norris, I believe, is a woman. I don't know her. These two films are directed by women. One is by Aubrey Lam and the other Norris Wong. You also appear, of course, in many other films directed by male directors. Table for Six is made by Sunny Chan, a comedy male director. For you, is there a difference? And I have to assume there is, but anyway, I asked the question. Is there a difference between working with a woman director and a male director? And really, I think what I'm also asking is, in 12 Days, that's actually directed by a woman. But is that the sort of conclusion which an independent, modern Hong Kong woman would really want, So I'm very intrigued by the outcome of that film because it is directed by a woman. So I just want to ask, is there a difference between working with a man and a woman in making the film?
It's quite different. Yeah. Look, 我覺得男女嗰個最大嗰個分別就係女仔好多時都會將好多嘢擺喺心度，唔會好直接咁樣講出嚟。男人就會比較直接啲嘅。咁
The main difference between working with a man director and a woman director is woman has the tendency to keep everything inside without really telling you, but the man director is very straightforward and speak out what exactly they want of you.
所以我同男性導演合作，我哋會傾好多。但係同女性導演合作咧，我係會觀察佢。
So when working with a man director, a lot of conversation, exchange ideas, that kind of thing. But working with a woman director, she has learned to observe on the side and see how that woman director respond to that particular scene, and then she can decide how to play, act it.
因為兩部電影金刀同埋12日都係一個愛情片，同埋比較女性叫做女性主導嘅片，所以佢呢一兩個角色其實都係導演一啲嘅反應嚟嘅，所以我要觀察導演去理解個角色。
So between My Prince Edward and 12 Days, both of them are sort of a female-dominated, story. In the story, the main story is on the female lead. And actually, those female lead story reflected the woman directors, some part of their true, real experience. So it's very helpful for her to actually to observe what they, the woman director, what they want, what kind of story they are trying to say, through their own experiences.
所以各有各唔同嘅好處啦，或者係好玩嘅地方，同埋都會令到我學習到不同嘅吸收，因為演員都係需要好多嘅吸收，同埋好多嘅即係吸收咗佢哋嘅一啲感覺，先至可以演繹到一個真實嘅感覺出嚟。所以都係不同，都係一個學習嚟嘅。
So there's good point. They both have their own good side of it, how to work with, if they told you exactly what to do, of course you know what to do. But observing is also a good learning for her, because as an actor, you are supposed to act, right? You have to learn and observe how people react to certain things, and then you act it out. So it's a good learning experience for her. She liked to work with either gender of directors, yeah.
Since we mentioned Aubrey Lam, and you already told us how you work with her, that actually was supposed to be my question. But I'm also very curious to know if you've seen 12 Nights, because Aubrey directed a movie a long time ago, and I think you were, of course, you were a baby at the time, but these movies are in some way related.
你有冇睇過12夜？
我尋日有講過，我睇12夜 When I watched 12 Nights, I was very, very young. So 20年前
20 years ago, that movie.
But I watched it like 5 times. Yeah. 但係我覺得12日，即係今次呢部戲同12夜雖然話係一個叫做延續，但係其實係完全兩個非常不同嘅一個愛情觀嚟嘅。即係之前嗰個係一個純粹 couple， 即係一個拍拖，但係 marriage 係一個再另一個層次嘅一個愛情咯，係。
So recently, of course, I see that film again. 12 Nights and 12 Days are actually portraying two types of relationship at two different phases. 12 Nights is talking about when people are dating, when they are still romancing, they are dating, they're courting, is pre-marriage time. But 12 Days are talking about the two persons' relation, the couplehood after they got married. So it's a completely two, journey of life. You have two different journey, and it's very different.
但係有一個一樣嘅地方就係 Aubrey Lam 導演佢 對愛情嘅睇法都係相同。佢覺得男同女係永遠都唔能夠 compromise 嘅。
But Aubrey Lam has maintained the same attitude. 20 years ago and now, you can tell she's still very skeptical about how men and women can live in harmony. Yeah.
Yeah, she was supposed to be here. Sorry, she was supposed to be here, Aubrey. But then we heard she really needs to take care of her cats. We heard, so which is a very cute thing. But
She has the right priorities.
Yes.
What I find interesting is that in many male-directed films, they often project themselves onto the hero, you know, singularly, like Clint Eastwood is the guy in his films. He projects himself as a director. But in films directed by women, sometimes I feel that the woman director is split between several characters or one or two characters. And in 12 Days, I felt that somehow Aubrey is in both Simon and Jeannie. They represent perhaps two parts of her conception of the character. Sorry, that's a statement, not a question.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask, in that context, when you're preparing a film and working with the director, you were talking about observation. Does the director, let's say someone like Aubrey, actually give you directions, or you just have this instinctual feel and you are somehow acting out some of what she's thinking?
其實我哋喺準備嘅過程嘅時候，我哋係當然我哋有傾劇本嘅內容，但係我哋比較多係傾偈，去傾佢嘅愛情觀，我嘅愛情觀，我哋嘅經歷。所以我喺佢講出嚟嘅愛情觀裏面，會大概知道佢點解會寫 Jeannie 呢個角色，點解佢會覺得男女嘅關係係咁樣。咁所以我要知道佢點解寫呢個角色，點解要咁樣表達嘅時候，我先至會清楚知道我應該要點樣演繹呢個角色。所以劇本因為好愛情片比較唔係太複雜，所以我要知道多好多更深層次嘅嘢，所以我哋傾偈嘅內容可能係同個戲無關嘅比較多啲咯，係。
Yeah. So, of course, I have to study the script to learn more. The director wrote out on the script and everything. However, a lot of time we actually spend on just chit-chatting for her. Chit-chatting in a sense, you understand each other, your personal experience in your love life or your attitude towards a romance. What do you think about romance? So it's that kind of conversation actually help her to understand why she wrote this, why she looked Jeannie this way, why she looked at Simon this way. And these are the good how do I say, information for me how to act my role.
Speaking of Table for Six, because we are going to see that movie,
Yeah.
we are very excited
Yes.
to see that. Also because it's a very brand new title. It was supposed to be released for the Chinese New Year, but unfortunately, because of pandemic, hasn't been released in Hong Kong. How many times you've seen it? And are you happy with the film, with your character in that film?
I love this film, and I didn't watch it yet. So today is the first time. So I'm so looking forward. This film is it's a very funny, lot of laughter, but I'm speaking English. Okay. But it's so much love inside. So much love. So family love, brotherhood love, lovers love, a lot of love inside. So it's very, very lovely movie. So I'm so looking forward to see it today. It's the first time with
I'm
yeah. So
the audience. But do you have a big family? Are you coming from a big family? Because the movie is talking about a family reunion. I'm just
You mean-
curious. You?
你自己
No.
No.
你屋企係咪好
No,
多
no,
人
honest,
㗎
no.
Yeah.
I just living with my mom, and I have brother and sister, but it's not that big family yet. And yeah, I love it. It's just every time we have dinner, if there's many people on the table, it's very happy. But I don't always do that in my home. Maybe
Yeah, personally, she said.
Personally, it's
she doesn't do
not
that,
that big
like
family.
having family dinner every week or something.
Yeah.
It's not a habit, you know.
Yeah.
Everybody is busy.
I love it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Roger, do you have another question?
I
Otherwise,
think
I'll
just
be
before we
open.
go to questions, just a very simple question, which is complicated as well. Do you prefer? Now I've seen both films, but do you prefer comedy or drama actually, or is that not really a good
Actually,
question?
I prefer drama, but sometimes, actually, I didn't do comedy so much. Maybe feel before when I was young, some films is like comedy, but drama sometimes is so tired. You have to cry, emotional, and comedy is very relaxed and happy in the scene. It's hard to choose, but if I have to choose, I would choose drama. But this is like drama. It's not really only comedy. It's like drama comedy. Yeah.
And Table for Six is something between a comedy and a drama.
Yes.
And
It's-
your role
It's not
is
only
yeah.
laugh. It's
That's
so
right.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
drama
your role is
inside.
quite complicated, if I could say that,
Yeah.
without revealing what it is.
yes.
Should we take questions?
Oh, yes, we can open the floor. There are some questions here. Please. Can you stand up?
Yeah.
Please. Thank you.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hello. Well, I would like to ask you, as a viewer, because yesterday you watched the movie, how did you felt? Because after the movie, I was totally, how can I don't know how can I explain it. I was really, like there was a lot of emotion. I really wanted to help Jenny, like, because it was kind of toxic relationship. And like, not as an actress, but as a spectator that yesterday watched the movie with all of us. What did you felt? Did you felt the same emotions or?
Yes, I few scenes I almost cry. When I see I'm crying on the screen, but
我 get 咗佢問題，佢將問題我自己想睇嘅有咩感覺？
yeah, I'm very touching too, and yeah, I mean I just want to cry, and cry means maybe this 呢個環境即係好特別，喺呢一度做有一個感動。第二就係我睇自己嘅戲，其實睇到自己喊或者睇到一啲 Jenny 嘅選擇，我都會好點講？中文都唔識講添，即係好忍痛，即係好覺得佢唔應該受呢一種嘅委屈。OK。
So cry for two reasons. First of all, I'm in a very different environment. I'm in this big festival. I'm watching this film with so many people at the same watching this film with so many people. So that actually stirred up some emotions. So I was touched that way. But I was also touched by the role Jeannie, even though she was playing it. But to see it, to see how, as you said, it's a toxic relationship and how she suffered, and she also responded with a little bit sadness, like Jeannie was really suffering in this relationship. So
And sometimes I was angry
and also
about Simon.
angry, yeah, also angry. So
angry about Simon.
yeah, so she actually also responded like a viewer to Jeannie's in the whole 12 days, what she gone through.
Steffi, I watched the movie as well, and I was I was feeling very bad watching this movie because I saw that, of course, the actress, are the main character in this movie. Otherwise, the man is like living in another movie that we didn't see. And so what I felt is there is no intimacy between the two. It's how...
佢兩個人好唔親密，好似咧你係一個世界，個男仔咧個丈夫喺另外一個世界咁樣嚇。
For us in Italy, it's impossible to imagine a marriage like this. I think there are no one, maybe few, very few, because in every moment it's like they are together as when they are young, and when they grow up, there is no deep relation between the two, and the fact is that she doesn't express herself, she doesn't communicate with him. So there is no possibility to find a solution. And the fact that they stay together is not a solution. It's just to postpone the problem. That's what I felt. And I want to know your opinion about that and about who's the writer of this movie. And if the relationship in Hong Kong, if there are many relationships like this, or it's just... Okay, this is the question.
Yes,
Thank you.
我知。我覺得應該係香港人其實係比較內斂一啲，比較被動一啲。其實我都認識有好多嘅朋友啦，都係會真係經歷緊呢一啲嘅關係。佢哋嘅溝通真係好少，或者佢哋係比較唔係咁主動，或者唔係咁願意去將一啲嘢去講出嚟，咁所以呢一個係形成咗好多情侶之間嘅一啲或者夫妻之間嘅一啲問題。
Well, I have personal friends who are married couple, actually gone through some of this issue because somehow I notice a lot of people, they are unwilling to share their feelings openly with their partner. So as you said, the problem accumulates because they don't talk. Everybody keep all their anger, all their emotion inside and do not really share, talk it out, do not bring it out to the open. So that could be one reason there's a lot of marital problem started.
同埋其實我覺得呢個電影都係導演好刻意想放大呢一樣嘢，就係佢嘅觀念，佢覺得男同女之間嗰個分別，嗰個思想嘅分別係永遠都唔可以接通到嘅。所以其實電影裏面有少少將 focus 咗喺呢一個 point 嗰度，所以大家見到嘅就係呢一個畫面係。
So the film is written also by the director, and you could see this director used this film exaggerated this problem. Her main message is that it's almost impossible for a man and a woman in a relationship that could be totally harmonized. There must be some reason they stay together, but they just not necessary have a natural reason to be that way. So that's her attitude. So it emphasizes this. So all you see in this 12 days is emphasize all these problems, why they are not together, why he felt that way, why she felt that way. Yeah.
但係喺香港真係好常見呢一種關係。嚇！喺香港真係比較常見呢一種關係。
In Hong Kong, there are a lot of people are like that. A lot of couples are in that kind of a relationship. Yeah.
Thank you.
Buongiorno. Sabrina, mi traduci tu? No, volevo solo chiedere, in caso lo traduci tu, volevo solo chiedere se ama il cinema italiano se conosce il cinema italiano e cosa gli piace dell'Italia, e poi anche della cinematografia occidentale, che cosa conosce, cosa apprezza.
Okay. Okay, he's a journalist from here, and he really like to ask you if you what do you like about Italian culture, Italian cinema, which movies in general, which Western films inspired you most, if you have any references in this field.
You mean romance film or?
佢即係
whatever.
你有冇特別中意嘅意大利電影或者意大利文化嘅電影對你好深刻嘅印象？有冇邊一套你中意？
I forgot the name. That's the one.
Which one? The story.
The story is like few couples having dinner. The whole film. The
Yes,
whole film
Perfetti
is.
Fellini.
Yes, it's
Is it
Perfetti Sconosciuti is a very, very famous Italian film that has been remade many times in many countries. I think
Yeah, it's different.
different countries,
version.
different version.
But the first version I watched is Italian one.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
so
great.
I love it. That one. What's the name of the movie?
The Italian name is
That one.
Perfetti Sconosciuti. Yes, Perfect Strangers.
Oh,
Yes,
Perfect
Perfect
Strangers.
Stranger.
Perfect Stranger. Oh, I love this movie. 因為佢呢一對電影就係好多個 couples 喺個飯台上面，我哋攞晒個電話出嚟
Oh,
嗰個。
it's about putting this mobile phone on the table.
Exactly.
Okay,
It's that
okay.
one.
Yeah, there's the French version too.
所以呢一個係一個好特別嘅關係，即係每一對 couple 佢哋嘅複雜嘅關係或者佢哋嘅相處。呢一部戲係令到我第一，我覺得好簡單，第一餐飯裡面大家講嘅對話，但係可以完全理解到不同嘅 couples 佢哋嘅相處同埋溝通方式同埋個 culture。
Yeah, she really liked this movie because it's a very simple dinner party, and couples, they are all good friends. But just throughout that dinner, just because they put the mobile phone out, cell phone out, you actually understood each couple's what happening between this couple, what happening between that couple, and its story is very interesting. The characters were all very well, a very well told story. Yeah.
There's so many versions, but my favorite one is Italian one.
Yeah,
And the first time I watched this. Yeah.
We're very happy to hear that. And in terms of, sorry, no, please.
Hello, sorry. Would also like to ask, how is your process with Edward Ma on this film? Since there's a lot of scenes that, especially, it's nice that to have this chemistry with the co-actor. So can you tell us about how is it working with Edward Ma on this film?
我認識咗佢好耐，但係我哋第一次合作。
認識咗佢好耐係同工作上認識啊，抑或係普通？
工作上以前曾經同公司咁樣，但係唔係好熟嚇。
Okay. So I've known Edward Ma before professionally. We were under the same company for a while, yeah. But we were not too close.
但係其實即係好 honestly 啊，香港電影其實唔係特別好多嘅時間可以俾我去prepare 嘅，所以我哋接觸嘅時間之前都唔係特別長。
So after we got casted in this movie, very typically in Hong Kong film production, we don't have too much time to prepare ourselves or try to get to know each other, longer preparation time. We don't have that luxury.
所以導演咧專登安排咗我哋嘅拍攝。當然我哋拍攝前我哋有傾劇本，我哋有傾偈，都係會傾一啲愛情觀嘅嘢。但係導演有個特別嘅安排，就係我哋頭一日嘅拍攝，就係大家見到我哋喺床上面最親密嘅嗰場戲。
So because we don't really have too much time, prepare to get closer in to be that. So we were the director make sure we take the first day.
The first day shooting.
The first day shooting, a lot more practice, and make us on the most passionate love-making scene first. Is it?
Yes.
Yes. Put you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
所以
即係等於你床上去即刻同你
係有個 chemistry。
chemistry. So using that scene like the icebreaker for us, before we move into the other development. So that scene get us closer much faster.
So that day we both drink a lot before the scene. Yes. So after that, it's going very well. Yeah.
I think, yes, we have time for more questions.
Thank you so much for having your time here at the Q&A.
Thank you.
Since you mentioned that the director chose you and not the actor choosing the film, I wanted to know how much freedom did you have in creating this character in 12 days?
你演繹方面你有幾多主動權？你覺得？
其實係全部，即係演繹上面，其實導演係俾咗絕大部分嘅空間我去自己去做。
So even though I did not choose the role, but the director actually trusts me and give me a lot of space and room to how I want to play it. So she actually have a lot of control that way because she decide how to play it.
但係唯一導演有一個好堅持嘅地方就係佢唔係好俾我改啲 lines 嘅。
But I was not allowed to change any line. So the dialogue is very strict for me to follow the script.
Because this script she wrote 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's totally in her mind.
Yeah.
So she didn't want me to change a lot. But other than that, I have a lot of freedom. Yeah.
I think
Okay, because
we should,
the time is running out.
yes, and
Yeah.
I mean, it's great pleasure to
Well,
be on
yes.
stage with you. Thank you for coming. And
Okay.
thank you,
Yeah, I was
Sabrina.
just trying to make the very last question because we know you are multi-talent artist. So you sang the 2 songs in both films. So you are a great singer. How was
Thank
that?
you.
Or can you do something for us? Maybe. No?
Sing now?
Yeah.
Hey, I forgot the lyrics.
Don't
of
worry,
the
don't worry.
song.
I'm kidding. I just wanted
The
to point out.
songs of 12 Days is 個片尾曲啊。
個 theme song 嚇。
Theme songs is my
So you
my
sing
new
that
song.
one.
But I really forgot the lyrics.
Don't worry. Just.
So I'm like, sing now?
I just wanted to point out that you are still a singer. Yes.
I think the audience may or may not know that Steffi was the lead singer of Canto Pop
Yeah.
group Cookies. Actually, a
Like 20 years
superstar in
ago.
her own right. in
No.
that. But
love-
it's nice
yeah.
that you're still singing once in a while. I know for films, as you told me.
Yeah, I love singing, but maybe this time I will focus on my movies. On
Yeah, sure.
But I will sing. I will sing. Maybe I would love to do a concert. Maybe
Yes, please,
Yeah.
next time. So
In
thank
Italy.
you.
in Italy. Yes,
In Italy.
sure. You have to come. Yeah.
So
Thank
thank you
you.
very much,
Thank
Steffi,
you,
for
thank
your
you.
time.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Roger Garcia. Thank you, Sophia, for being with us, helping us. And please go to see the film, Table for Six. Thank you.